What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and you know what time it is. It is time to get these trades reviewed for this Friday, January 28th. We are almost up out of January and somewhat ready. Somewhat ready. Month has been good though, so I won't complain about that. We will be reviewing a green day with an exception and a disclaimer. We were green on the day, but we also have two open trades. I stayed in two trades over the weekend, and we will see how they pan out on Monday. So we'll go ahead, take a peek at Trader View, and then I'm going to get these charts pulled up. We'll take a peek, see if these trades were valid, and we will be on our way. So let's go ahead and get Trader View pulled up. And we took a total of 6 trades, including the 2 that are still open on TSM and BABA. We took SQ, the square, and then we took the SPY, 2 of each. First trade out the gate, we took a L on, small L. Saw that wasn't going to work, and that was on a call. The market was interesting this morning. It opened and dipped down quick, and then it bounced, and when it bounced, it never really looked back. Made a couple of pulls down, and then it just kept churning higher. So we are going to go ahead, get Thinkorswim pulled up, and we will get reviewing. So, and I'm not going to even review those that are open. We'll review those once they close out, and we'll see if they were good swing trades. I'm hoping they will be. They're on some contracts that expire next month, so hopefully we'll get some good direction on them. But the first trade that we took was on SQ. Let's go ahead, get SQ. I'll try to blow these candles up so we can see them. And the first trade that we took on SQ was at 10:59. Most of the trades today we did take a little later in the morning, and then I did take another one in the afternoon when I was sitting back down at my desk to try to find some swing plays. Kind of saw the market moving. But this first trade we took was at 10:59, and it was a call. Let's go over, and we'll be looking at this one on the 2-minute and on the, did it put it? I see it there, but I don't see the candle on. Oh, because we're looking at the wrong time. There we go. All right, let's get it together. Let's get it together. All right, so let's see what the market did. Like I said, market came in, it dipped down right at this area of support that we had, which was right here near the VWAP. Came, bounced, came up, set a double bottom that was higher. That was nice. This here would have been a very good area to get in. Right there as it broke that VWAP after this double bounce. But we didn't. We waited till this thing came all the way up here. Got in here on a call. Smart trade. And we got out a minute later out of fear. Because we didn't stop out. We didn't stop out. We took a $13 loss. And then this thing made a decent little move. It went from 108 up to 111. That was $3. That's a $75 move right there. But we got scared for some reason, and we took a $13 loss. That's one I got to scratch my head on right there. I really have to scratch my head because even if we rode this just up on this green candle here, let's see, 108, that's 110, that's $2. That's $50 right there. And one of the things that I've been working on, because in my initial journey here in trading, never really paid attention to volume too much. I would hear people talk about volume, and I would hear them talking about volume is coming in. Volume is my best friend. Volume is literally my best friend. I can look at a candle and look at the volume, then pretty much I can kind of tell what the next candle is going to do, especially like when you're seeing candles like this right here. This is a red candle. So you would think that's a bad candle. But not when you look at I'm sorry, you look at this volume right here and you would think that's bad volume. But when you look at the candle, that is a very strong candle. This candle is super strong because it opened here, sellers pushed it all the way down, and the buyers pushed it all the way back up on volume. On volume. Because you can have a very big candle like this green candle that's right here, and look at the volume. It's less volume in this candle that is bigger than this little tiny candle. So as I get more and more educated in this thing called trading, the more I learn how to read the candles in conjunction with the volume. And all that could do is make me a better trader. Because like I said, where I got in at on this trade, volume was steady. Coming through here, it got light. This candle here got heavy. So this candle here would have been a sign that this is going to continue to move. So I'm not sure why I got out of here for a $13 loss on this trade. But we did, and we're going to go on to the next trade. Next trade that we took, we were right back into the SQ, but guess what? We were going the opposite direction this time. This time we bought a put, and we bought it at 11.13. So we got in right here, and we held on to this thing for a journey. When I tell you it was a journey, it was a journey. We got out at 216. So we rode through all of that right there. It was a journey. Like we were going through the woods and over to grandmama's house. And it finally did what we wanted it to do, and we got out right there. I'm going to shrink this chart down, and we're going to look at this journey that this thing took. So we got in right here. Again, this is a put, so we're playing it to go down. And we took this long ride and finally got out right here. Didn't have a target set in it, so it pretty much just rode and never stopped us out. And when I got back in the office, I looked at it and saw what it was doing. And once it broke this VWAP, I got out, and on that trade we made $110, and that was on one contract. And like I said, it just meandered along, And looked like that was probably could have got a little bit more out of it. We got out at 106. It got down to 105. It probably had another $25 left in it. But let's see here. Got in at 109. We got out at 106. So it must have been pushing probably about a 33. Let's see. That was the 105 call, 105 or 105 put. Yep, 35. And that's, like I said, when you kind of understand the delta within the option, you can kind of figure out what your pricing is going to be. So that was 109.80. Got in it, got out at 106.25. So $3. We made 110. So delta had to have been 30, between 35 and 40, and we was right there at 35. Oh, I'm sorry, over here on the put side, 35. So that was a good trade. And lately, or this week, I've been trying to let the trades kind of breathe. In the past, I was getting out and trying to get out before the pullback. And that'll work if I'm sitting at my desk, because I can let it pull back and then get back in at the top and then ride it back down. But when I've been leaving, I kind of just been letting the trades kind of work. I'll put a stop in on the top side and just let it work. And this one here, we let it work, and it made us $110. So that there was a good trade. All right. And then the last two that we took were on the SPY. We'll get the SPY pulled up. I go ahead and get this back to decent sized candles. And these last two trades were later afternoon trades once I got back to my desk and had turned the computer back on. And the first one we got in was at 13.20. So we got in right there. Go ahead and bring this over. So we saw it came down, tested this area, came down, came back up here, and was pretty much doing the same thing that it did yesterday, just kind of riding in a channel until it got support and stayed above it. So when we saw this one breaking out of the channel, we got in at 13.20. And this one we stayed in again for a good little ride. We got out of this one at 216. Where's 216 at? Right there. So let's see what it did. So it came down, moved back up, kind of just hung out here, tested, and then broke back down. And then we got out just as it was coming to the VWAP. Didn't want to test and see if it kind of bounced off. And it pretty much broke VWAP and came back up. Probably could have stayed in just because, again, volume here was heavy coming to the downside. Here again, did start getting some buyers in there on that candle there. Few buyers here. Here we were starting to get buyers. We started getting, if you notice, little small bottom and tail growing. That tail is growing, and then we get the color change. Little small resting candle, and then we get this candle here on volume. That move is dead. So I could have rode this down, but we got $62 out of that trade. So not a bad trade, but paying attention to the volume and the candles, we could have rode this one down a little bit further. But like I said, we hit target plus an extra few dollars. And then once this hit the bottom, let's see, we see it moved right on back up, bounced off of that VWAP pretty good. And let's see, what did it look like on the on the 5 minute. On the 5 minute, just pretty much consistent red candles. You got here, it still had some sellers in that candle. Right here is where on the 5 minutes you can see that it's kind of changing because it's on volume and you get a little small doji candle. So the buyers step back in there, but you really got the picture on the 2 minute that the buyers had stepped back in. So good trade. Good trade. Made us some money. And then the last trade of the day that we took was back on the SPY. And this time we were playing it to the upside. And this one we got in right before the market closed. The SPY finished extremely strong. Look at that thing. The SPY finished extremely strong and pushed everything else with it. So on this one, we got in at 1543. We would have been getting in right there. And basically, we see it's pushing up, pull back, pushed up, pull back with an engulfing green candle that engulfed that red candle. Not really on much volume. Not on much volume, but it did engulf it. And then it kind of just stair-stepped up. Let's see what the 5 minute looks like. 5 minute, not even really telling us much either. It's just going. So we got in right there, 1543, and we got out at 1550 on this one as it was coming up to this area of resistance. Didn't really want to battle with it. We had made $40 on this one. And this one actually stopped us out because we had our target set at $40. And as you can see, it had another $2 in it. So that was another, let's see, that was the 453 call, 453. So that was another $60 in that move. So we could have made 100 on this trade had we just stayed in it all the way to about where the market was going to close. But again, we got $40 out of it, added that to our coffers for the day, and finished the day up 199. And like I said, we still are sitting on 2 trades. So be interesting to see how those 2 trades finish for us. And if they're still working, I won't get out of them Monday. I'll let them kind of breathe a little bit. And that is going to do it. I will pull up Trader View real quick just to take a look and see how we finished the week and how we're doing on the month. So go ahead, get Trader View pulled up. I'm going to go to reports, and we had a great week. We had a great week. Where's the calendar? I think, yeah, we green every day this week. Go ahead and look at the month. So on the month, we see we have 3 red days. I'm going to blow that up. Those red days were pretty significant, though. $128 red day, $174 red day. That was a good red day. That's what we want to try to keep. Keep those red days out of the triple digits. Keep them 50, 75, somewhere around there. Pretty much every day we hit target. Those 2 we came close. And other than that, we were hitting target or killing it. So let's see. We'll go to detailed. So at the current time, we are up $2,300 on the month. It's actually doing quite a bit better than I had thought I would be doing, which is good. Our average daily gain, 124. So we right there where we want to be, making $100 a day. Our average winning trade, 51.98. That's good. We want to win about $50 a trade. Losing trade, that's what we need to work on. That there we want to see at 25, but still not bad. Still not bad. Our wins to losses still right there at the 60-40, 62 to 37. And then we had the one scratch trade. That killer right there is going to stay on the screen. Hopefully this won't change. We just have to deal with it. So hopefully the largest loss can continue to be that unless we kick up our risk level. Because that right there is a stain. That's a pretty bad stain there. But that largest gain is good. That's a nice largest gain. Let's see what else is we can learn from it. Profit factor 2 to 1. That's where we want to be. 2 to 1 on our money. Average hold time on our wins, 40 minutes. This is what I've been working on, trying to let those trades breathe a little bit longer so we can get bigger profits out of it. I say I want to make 2 to 1 on my money, but if I can make 4 to 1 on my money, why not? Why not sit in that trade and let it breathe? So did that a few times today on some trades and they paid off. Average hold time 17. Again, I would like to see this in single digits. Try to cut those losses quick. Hold time on scratches, we just had the 20 minutes. Again, like I said, it's right there in the middle. And that's usually from bringing up the stops when we would bring the stops up. Nowadays, I usually don't try to take a scratch trade. I'll try to get out of it if I see that it's going to turn against me and just try to get some kind of profit off of it. I'd rather make $5 profit knowing that the trade is about to fail than to scratch out on the trade. At least that way I'm gonna make the little little commission that Thinkorswim is gonna charge for buying options. Max wins was 6, max losses was 5. We still see that Thursday is our low performing day. We've increased our profitability during this hour because I've tried to focus on sitting on my hands at least the first 15 to 20 minutes. At least the first 15 to 20 minutes, I try to sit on my hands. This is looking good. This is a good way to start the year off. I like that. Intraday, or 22. Gonna be curious to see how those 2 contracts that we have open still play out as multi-day plays. We've done 1 so far. We made 116 on it, so that's good. This here I wasn't sure on the last time I came down here. I thought it had to do with a dollar value, but this is the duration of the trade. So in trades less than 2 minutes, we're down 147. That there is cutting our losers quickly. I'm good with that. These here, winners, quick pops, I like those. It's that 20 to 40 minute range. This is what we need to work on. That's $400 that we've lost when we stayed in trades between 20 minutes to 40 minutes. And then anything over 40 minutes, we've been profitable. Those are the ones that you just let run. 2 to 4 hours, $900. Not bad at all. I like that. This speaks to what I was saying when we were reviewing the charts. Let those trades kind of breathe. Wins to losses, 2,600 on our wins, 358 on our losing days. That's pretty good. Performance by weeks. Thursdays we've had our biggest losers, even though we've still been profitable on it, but we've given back more profits on Thursdays than any other day. I think that's about all that's on that page. Let us see what's on the overview page. Okay, that's just a calendar. All right, well, I think we've gotten some good data off of that. Actually, no, I know one thing. I wanted to see just on the week what did we do. So let's go to detailed. We'll change this calendar to this week right here. And so on this week, we did 822, pretty good. 164 daily gain, real good. Average win 75, so we kicked the average wins up, but we also kicked our average losers up. Got to work on that. Wins to losses 60-40, actually almost 70-30. That's good. I'm content, me personally. I'm content with 60-40 right now as I'm still trying to gain experience. But 67-33 is not bad. I will take that any day of the week. This week is when we had that big loser. 406 on the gain. That's good. Profit factor 2.5. That's good. Average hold time on the winners 36. Good. Losers 14. We need to shave that. I keep saying it. We'll work on that next week. Trying to shave and get this down to 7-8 minutes. A trade will tell us early if it's gonna fail. So I'll definitely need to work on that. One thing it's almost like I'm gonna contradict myself because we got out of SQ today early for a small loss and it would have easily hit target and some. So definitely have to pay more attention to the chart, I would say. Need to pay more attention to the chart, let the chart talk to us, and from its discussion, we'll know what to do. So that is what we will work on. And we're done. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Getting out of here in under 30 minutes. Again, I appreciate y'all taking the time to review these trades with me. Like I said, it can only make you a better trader when you review the trades, and I'm finding that out the more that I review my own trades. I can kind of see what I need to work on. So I appreciate it. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Get some rest. Stay cool if you're in a cold area. I'm here in Florida and it's freezing. Absolutely freezing. Supposed to be in the 20s this weekend. So go figure. Sunshine State is going to freeze. But I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good weekend. Peace.